Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Tristan Broaden here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to start dropshipping as a beginner in 2019 as opposed to 2018, because a lot of stuff has changed now and we're coming up to the end of the year and you need to be doing a lot of stuff differently in 2019 in order to stay profitable. So in this video I'm going to talk through all the changes that you need to know about and how to ensure that your dropshipping business stays profitable in 2019. Right, cool. So I'm going to go through some notes here about how to start dropshipping in 2019 profitably. So there'll be a bunch of information here for newbies, but there'll also be some more advanced stuff for the people who are more advanced that watch my channel. So the first question that always goes around on YouTube videos and stuff is dropshipping dead in 2019, or is dropshipping dead right now? So dropshipping it's never going to die. Dropshipping is a business model, right? And that business model changes over time. So dropshipping now is a lot different to dropshipping, say 5 years ago, right? But no, it's not dead. You're still able to make a lot of money from dropshipping. So the second question I get asked a lot, and it's been thrown around a lot in the e-com space, is do I need to build a brand in 2019? Or do I need to build a brand in order to stay profitable? And my answer to this is that it depends where you are in your e-commerce journey, how experienced you are, right? Because building a brand involves creating content for that brand, whether it be creating video content or creating blog posts. And the main thing about building a brand, is creating that content. And if you don't have a team, especially a team of VAs or any processes in your business, then creating content, you'll be wasting your time if you're doing that. If you're a newbie, you should 100% just focus on getting sales, right? So if you're a newbie and you haven't scaled winning products before, the only thing you should be focused on is product research and learning ad platforms, whether that be Facebook ads or Google ads, right? 100% of your time should go into that. And your first few hires, when you do hire VAs, should be customer service and fulfillment. It shouldn't be creating brand content, right? And I know I'll cop a bit of shit for saying this, but in my view, a brand is more than having just a branded URL store domain and having a nice theme on your site. To actually build a brand, it's creating content, and that takes time. So if you are experienced and you're profitable and you consistently find winning products and you're scaling them and you have a VA team, right, then 100%, yes, I do recommend building a brand to increase your repeat purchase rate. Another thing is that building a brand takes time. It's not something that you instantly turn on and you're a brand. You've got to build up over time. And usually if you're dropshipping with a general store, you usually have to open another niche store, right? So you need systems and processes applied to that store to speed it up. So if you have that team of VAs and you're experienced, then 100% yes, you should be looking to build a brand, hold inventory, and create content around that brand. So the third question I get asked a lot is dropshipping harder in 2019 as opposed to 2018? A lot of people just say, yes, it's harder, but don't give a reason. But I reckon that it actually depends on what traffic source you're using to drive traffic to your store, right? Because the reason that it gets harder is because of the ad platform. So with Facebook ads, will 2019 be harder than 2018 to drive traffic? Yes, it will be. And that's because of increased Facebook ad costs and also stricter Facebook policies, which I'll talk about in a second. But with Google ads, not really. Google ads costs are rising like any other platform, but they're not as strict on policy, right? They don't do customer feedback surveys and other stuff that Facebook are doing. But I'll get into that now. All right, so the reason that Facebook ads is going to be harder is because there's more advertisers coming on the platform, right, and spending money on the platform, and there's limited inventory. So there's limited spots to place your ads, yeah? And the other thing is that there's stricter Facebook policy. So Facebook are getting really serious with their customer feedback surveys. So say you're scaling a product, right, and you're advertising from a Facebook page. So now Facebook, what they do is they send out customer feedback surveys to those people who have purchased from your store, from that Facebook page, and they get them to rate on a scale of 1 to 5 how good the experience was, right? So from now on, if your average rating from the customer feedback surveys is less than 1, you're banned from creating new ad accounts in your business manager. If the rating is 1.1 to 2, then you get a delivery reduction penalty, right? So your CPM cost is higher, which means you have higher ad serving costs, and it's much more difficult to scale or even to test products. And then a rating of 2 to 3, you get constant warnings in your business manager telling you to improve the experience. So Facebook are really clamping down on advertisers who are giving a bad customer experience, right? All right, so I've got some points here on what you should do if you're using Facebook ads in 2019. So this is all to make your Facebook ads cheaper. So to lower the CPM, to lower your ad serving costs. So the first thing you should be doing is to go broad, right? Target broad audiences. Ideally, you want to be targeting audiences over 1 million. Anything under 1 million, your CPM will be really, really high. And the algorithm right now doesn't respond as well to smaller audiences. If you give Facebook a big audience, you can let Facebook's algorithm do the heavy lifting and pick out buyers from that audience. So Another thing is that you don't, like right now, you don't just want to test in the USA. So testing in the USA is pretty inefficient because the CPMs are so high that if you don't have like a validated ad creative, the reach is so low that it makes it difficult to test. So what I recommend now doing is combining United States with countries that have e-packet and also have like kind of like a high GDP. So these are the countries that I'd recommend you test with the USA. And so the reason I don't test worldwide, I test these countries instead, is because a lot of the times the countries in the worldwide that don't have e-packet, the product just takes way too long to ship to and you end up getting chargebacks. And also there's a lot of fraud in some countries like India, Indonesia, and then some other countries as well. So I just test in the United States and these additional countries here that have e-packet where the GDP is quite high. So another thing you can do to bring down CPM is make sure the ad that you're creating is engaging, right? And the first 3 seconds has to be engaging, right? So as an example, I'll show you. So this is an ad that was in my feed the other day, but the first 3 seconds are so important. And like this here captures your attention because the video is like in slow motion, right? So those 3 seconds here, like 1, 2, 3, right? Like that stops just scrolling your feed. So a really good thing you can do is make the first 3 seconds in slow motion or something that draws the person in. And if that draws the person in, you'll get lower CPMs because Facebook thinks that your video is interesting and people want to watch it. So yeah, if you have a winning ad set and you're targeting specific placements, try automatic placements. So that's in the ad set settings as well. So like even if you have like shitty placements like audience network that doesn't really convert on cold traffic, even if you just put on automatic placements, the CPM drops on all like the good placements like your Facebook newsfeed or your Instagram newsfeed. Yeah, the CPM will drop there. So yeah, definitely test out automatic placements instead of just going like to Facebook newsfeed, Instagram newsfeed. So another thing you can do to increase your average order value and make testing products cheaper is to run automatic upsells on thank you pages. So an example of this is when a customer buys a product, they're taken to a thank you order confirmation page, and then they're shown upsells here where they can add any of these products to their order. And what this does is it increases the repeat purchase rate and then also increases your average order value. So I'll leave a link to sign up to this app in the description of this YouTube. And yeah, it is a shameless plug. It is my app, but it's working awesome on dropshipping stores to increase average order value and repeat purchase rate. So this is really important. So when you find a winning product, especially if you find it on Aliexpress and you start selling like over 30 orders a day, do not scale using Aliexpress. Right? Aliexpress suppliers will literally screw you over. They'll lie to you and say, hey, we've got plenty of stock, when they have no idea about the stock levels in the actual factory, right? So what I recommend is that as soon as you have a winning product that's showing potential and selling over 30 orders a day, go into Facebook groups and just search for Chinese fulfillment center, and there'll be lots of posts from private sourcing agents, from private fulfillment centers that will ship your product reliably and get it to the customer in time, right? Because another thing is you don't want a bad customer feedback rating, right? You don't want like under 2 customer feedback rating, because if your shipping times are like over 2 weeks, over 3 weeks, then yeah, you'll start to get really bad feedback and you don't want that. So second last point is don't put all your eggs into Facebook ads, right? So Google ads right now, like in my opinion, is easier to set up, run, and optimize than Facebook ads. If you're a newbie, some people say you should learn one ad platform at a time, like try Facebook ads, then try Google ads, but I recommend you can do both at the same time, since for Google ads, you literally just set it up, let it run. You don't have that much optimization needed. I'll leave a link to my masterclass that I did on Google ads, so you guys can check that out. And then my last point here is that if you're a newbie and you're just starting dropshipping for the first time, or you're learning about dropshipping, you're about to jump into it, like don't have the mindset of like I want to be rich, I want to get as much money as fast as possible. You know, like the next month I'm looking to make like tens of thousands of dollars, because like there's a lot of stuff to learn, and like you really need to be in the mindset that the first few months, especially the first 3 months, are going to be unprofitable. But that money is spent on you learning ad platforms, learning how to do e-commerce. So your mindset when you get started should be like, I'm investing in myself, I'm investing in how to learn to do all this stuff. And that investment in myself will pay off eventually. Like dropshipping is a hard game, and a lot of people I've seen on YouTube just say it's like the easiest thing ever, and just like you can make money as fast as possible, but it's not. It's like a hard game, but if you learn the right methods and you're persistent, then you will eventually be profitable. So yeah, definitely don't give up if you get started. All right, so I hope you got some value out of this video. If you like this video, drop a like. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. I will be releasing a new video next week, so I'll see you then.